When I first saw this, I was a little confused. RetroFlag, I'm very familiar with this company. They've made a bunch of accessories for like the Raspberry Pi. They started branching out a little bit though, and this is not for the Raspberry Pi. This is really interesting actually. So this is the Xbox Series Controller SuperPack. And when you first look at this box, you'd be like, oh, it gives like the Xbox controller back buttons or something. No, that's not actually the case here. This converts an Xbox controller into a Switch Pro controller with like some cool functionality. It's not just like bare bones, like, oh, now you can use the Xbox controller. No, we've got motion control, we've got wake up function, and it says it works as an elite controller for PC with back buttons. You got a 1000 milliamp hour battery, easy to install, no disassembly required at all. It has Bluetooth over the air firmware upgrade support. So that's kind of cool. Now, I just recently, just today actually, grabbed the Starfield Xbox controller. Haven't opened it yet. I'm kind of like, man, we have too many Xbox controllers, and I've been wanting the Starfield one, but I haven't seen them in stores until today, and I was like, I'll grab one, right? So we're going to install this into this, sync it up to the Switch. Hopefully everything just works. But here we go. Let's go ahead and get this this done here. So let's check out this controller real quick. Oh, this is cool. For all into the Starfield. Okay. Kind of cool looking controller here. Clear buttons and everything, or the shoulders anyway. Property of Constellation. Oh, this is a cool controller. Dang it. Okay. Let's get that out. Oh, even on the inside, for all into the Starfield. Man, they went all out with this controller. Like it or hate it, it doesn't matter to me, but I wanted it, so I got it. We don't need these batteries, though. You know, Xbox's or Microsoft's partnership with Duracell. Hey, I'm fine with it. But okay, let's check this out. So we got the controller ready to go. Let's get this opened up and see what to do. So we got a little pamphlet, manual, explaining how to do it, but it seems pretty simple. Macro settings, you do have macro support, so that's cool. Turbo functionality. And if you use the little app, like the key linker app, you could change buttons and configurations with the sticks, calibration, stuff like that. But yeah, it seems like pretty simple to just like out of the box start using it. So we have like this little back plate thing, S and X. So S for Switch, X for X input for your PC. That's kind of cool. Charge cable, USB-C. Yeah, it was USB-C on the top there. Very nice. And then we do have the RetroFlag 1000 milliamp hour battery. So let's go ahead and get that all synced up. Installed anyway. Okay, how does this go? So we got that in there. And then, okay, USB-C, you plug the top. There you go. Then slide it in. So essentially, you just hold not the sync button on the Xbox controller, but the sync button on this little, what was it called again? The SuperPack. The SuperPack. You hold the sync button right there to sync it up, and then you're ready to go. And then you have a function button, battery indicator, and then connection light. And I think the connection light has to do with, obviously it's connected, but then there's different colors or whatever if you're setting macros and stuff like that. And then it's not like there's no back buttons, so I don't know what that means. You have like these buttons up here, and I think they're just MR is what they're referred to in the manual, like macro buttons. So they're not back buttons, but are they in the way? Like you have your two shoulders, on each side there. And then those are kind of like right in the middle. Like, would you accidentally press those? Like they don't do anything actually. Like you have to set them up to do something. But okay, let's just see if this functions the way I would expect it to, right? So this did say it had motion control. So let's try that. Actually, you know what? Let me turn this off. Controller turned off. I would imagine that's the, home button, right? Does it turn back on? Or were we supposed to press this? Ah. Okay. So you press this, it looks like. Is that the way it's supposed to work? It did wake up the Switch, though. Yeah, you have to press, to wake up the Switch, you press the You just like a quick tap and it turns it on. Okay. So the wake up function works. So, okay, let's try the motion controls. An Xbox controller doesn't normally have motion controls, so that's kind of interesting. Let's find out, right? So, okay, a little Legend of Zelda. How was it? Okay. Wait a minute. What? Okay. That's dope, dude. That is interesting. Okay, so this little thing's got like gyroscope built into it. That is really neat. Now, what about these macros, right? Like to use those, they're not really back, but how do you consider these back buttons? They're not back here, they're on the top. But let's try that out. Press the function button plus MR to record. So you got to choose one. Okay, so I'll do that. And then jump. Oh, okay, it recorded it. Nice. They get a little macro function. How do you clear it? Hold the function button and press that macro button twice. Okay, so I cleared it. I could have sworn it said it had turbo. Press the function button to activate. Press the function button. Okay. So you could change the turbo by like how fast it is by holding the function and pressing up or down on the analog stick to change the speed. Turbo off, double press the function button. So there you go. If you turn it on, it turns blue. We could slow it down. The speed of the turbo is really going to depend, the game that you're playing on how quick that button registers anyway. But that's interesting. So we've got macros. You've got button mapping to these. So you could, instead of doing macros, you could just change these to a specific button. You got turbo. You've got motion controls, gyroscope. Let's try another game. Let's try Kirby's Tilt and Tumble. That game's like almost completely motion. So this controller, everything registers like a Nintendo controller would. So A, B, X, Y, not the way the Xbox layout is. But you could change that if you want using the, software. But let's go ahead and try this game out. Pretty much all just motion controls other than like jump. So let's see. That's really cool, man. We got motion controls on an Xbox controller. Yeah. Okay, so this is a neat product. I love stuff like that, man. Like if you already have an Xbox controller, some people like the Xbox controller better than a Pro controller. So hey, that's an option and you pretty much get all the same functionality other than you don't have, you can't use amiibos or anything with this. That would have been kind of cool if they included that. But yeah, neat controller accessory anyway. If you're interested, I'll put a link down below. Thanks for watching. Bye.